Welcome back to the Call of Duty Championship for 2015. Right now, we've got two teams getting set up for hot action. Of course, is the Prophecy team up against FaZe Red and Chance. These guys are getting set up ready for this hardpoint on retreat.
Yeah, so hardpoint retreat, very interesting map as you see right there. Obviously, 250 scoring limit right there, 2.5 second respawn delay, which actually is an incredibly important thing to keep in mind. Every single time a player goes down, it's going to take them that extra time to get back to the hill. But as you see on the board right now, Slasher has a 1.09 KD in bracket play, which is the highest on his team. And Slasher's been really a standout player so far for his squad in Advanced Warfare. You know, not the most well-known player before he's really broken out here in Advanced Warfare, but been playing absolutely amazing. Incredible AR play all the time. He's completely dominant. He's easily one of the best R players in the game.
You just spoke him up very nicely, so I'm going to jump on board and see how true he can stay to that little stereotype you just put down for him. So Slasher now on our screens to kick things off, of course, rolling with that belt on this right-hand side. The first hard point, of course, will be in that courtyard area. And I do apologise to those at home if you can't understand me. I am from Australia, and I do talk fairly quickly. Right now, those shots are going out every which way. These guys are trying to get some first points on that board. You will, of course, see the man of Slasher picking up a two-piece. Gets shut down by Classic afterwards, though, but it will be a Naval inside the hill getting the first points.
Yeah, so FaZe Red going to have a nice start, going to be able to build up the time before Prof gets a chance at the hill. And, you know, we say it all the time for this first hill. It's very contest-heavy, but really, if a team wants to get a lot of time on it, they're going to have an incredible job slaying. As you see, Prophecy has already been able to break it. There's just so many access points. It's completely out in the open, allowing BALs and ARs, IMRs, everything just to come in. Right there, you see Aches coming in with the two-piece, cleaning up Embos and Mochilla.
Yeah, big kills there by Aches, allowing Parasite now to get a bit of control inside the hard point here at Courtyard, and his teammates being dropped very quickly, though, Slasher and Parasite. Aches now trying to get a little bit again of composure for the squad of FaZe Red while they get those last little bits of scrap time. However, the other team opposite of Prophecy have rotated already and do control the one there at Statue.
And that was a pretty big two-piece right there from Classic, basically solidifying that Prof was going to be able to lock down this Turtle Hill off of the rip. And this is probably one of the most important, if not the most important hill on this map, is if you get control of it and you can maintain it and funnel the enemy players' spawns towards that pool side, as you see they were doing right now before FaZe Red was actually what Blake, you're able to do that like you see that Mochilla getting another two-piece to get that control back.
Mochilla still alive. No matter how red he goes, he will not get stopped, it seems. Locating that hill and just defending it as best he can. Looks like Ace is going to try and challenge, as does Parasite at the same time. They finally take him down, and they do get themselves a little bit of time, but it may not last that long as they are trying to get set up. We'll see now Embos and Ricky both set up inside this hill, both trying to control down. Is currently contested by Parasite from that FaZe squad. Embos managing to stay alive and keeping this in mind for his squad, including that extra time. These guys are now plus 24 in the lead and counting. Again, that rotation already happening with that FaZe team already on it.
Yeah, and you see how important that hardpoint hill is, as they were able to extend their lead to nearly 30 points right there. But now it has moved to lobby, and FaZe Red was able to beat them on the rotation. So they're going to have that initial control, but it looks like it's going to get broken right away, and Prophecy is taking it back. But the players are going to be spawning over by Double D's and back cave, which is basically what FaZe Red wants to have happen. But right now, the slaying power, just too much coming out of Prophecy. And as soon as I say that, FaZe Red able to break it back right again.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4 down more or less right there as they all get taken out and cleaned out during the hard point. It's going to allow players from FaZe Red push on in, get a bit of control back at the same time. Here they come again, the Prophecy boys. 3 players in Embos with Team Kill and Classic. There's not going to be too happy about that, since they did have a little bit of control going for them for that split second there. Now, big kills coming out from Mochilla and Classic just there a second ago, trying to hold this one down, keep it uncontested, and get a bit more into that lead that they had already. Almost up to a 40-point lead right now as the time ticks on away. Getting this last bit of scrap time, it will allow them to do just that.
Yeah, absolute bloodbath in that hill. Mochilla actually ended up going on a 3 streak while he was controlling the hill. So that's pretty huge out of him. Now about a 40-point lead for your Prophecy squad, as you see Ricky trying to push up, but Slasher's going to end up taking him down. So now control is gone to your FaZe squad. Embos is pushing in. He's going to try and get that two-piece. The player's going to double jump over him. Embos can't seem to find him. Going to get taken out while he's in the hill.
Yeah, managing to stay alive a little bit there to try and keep the guys guessing where he was going to be. And Naval, two is coming up from him, as does Parasite. Picks up one there as well. But look at the score lines right now in regards to KD ratios. It's pretty even across that board. Look at it all. You got 3 players up in the plus over the 10 marks, 1 player on each team under 10.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have hyped up Slasher. Having a bit of a slow start, but I'm very confident that he will be able to make a comeback and start ramping up quite a bit. And you see Parasite, again, just trying to get that objective work in the hill. Got about 17 seconds left on this one, and FaZe Red really able to come back on this one. Shorten the lead now to 15, and it looks like they're still going to be able to fight for that scrap time. And able getting a nice 3-piece actually right there to finish off Mochilla. Great stuff out of him, and it looks like Slasher is going to be able to pushing it out, because now Prophecy is going to be trying to lock down those spawns at top attic.
And FaZe Red has actually almost closed this gap. Now a 4-point game instead of what it was down to about 40 points beforehand. So a big heal just then for that FaZe Red team as they now head towards this next one. Obviously, they want to try and get upstairs and get this nice little setup. And this is one of the hills that I've always said, if you get a good setup going, it's good. It's an easy, not so much easy, but a good 30 to 40 seconds time you can get out of it. Sadly, they could not get that set up with Embo's pushing through with that double. Classic picking up the third there as well, allowing them to regain control now of this current hardpoint location and giving them back a bit more of a lead.
Embo's having a great game right now. We're on board with him, but I shouldn't have said that as well. Caster's Curse now still sitting at 2014, doing extremely good. FaZe Red going to be able to control this hill. It looks like Prophecy, it's going to take them about 5 or 6 seconds before they can begin to try and contest this hill. So that's good time for FaZe Red to get back into this game. Now 92 to 92 tie game. Exactly what you expect out of these two teams with so much on the line. Very competitive match so far.
Yeah, you just see Aches and Enable both getting this last little bit this point from this current hard point. And right now, of course, they will try and start that rotation for that next one around. But at the same time, you know, a lot of shots coming out there from Aches, not being able to pick up the kill. They've got players, they've got 2 off inside that current hard point. It was going to be Ricky and Embo fixing to clean up very quickly. However, 3 players now push in and take them down. It's going to be the man of Parasite and Slasher, followed up by Enable to clear that hard point out and get recontrolled for the FaZe Red squad.
Yeah, and after that first full set of rotations, you see we have a very close game. FaZe Red able to get a little bit of time on this hill, though, extending their lead to about 17 points. 4 minutes left to go. They're now at 120 to 99, overtaking Prophecy, but 3 are going to go down for Prophecy. So Enable sitting here at hill, doing a lot of work. Classic picking up a really nice 2-piece right there, but Enable going to be able to finish that kill on him to trade that.
And like that, FaZe Red have got themselves a bit more of a lead going for them now. 127 to 99. That scoreline becomes and increases bit by bit. They'll chip away at it if they can. They're not going to get that scrap time. Parasite says no to Classic as he turns back around and lets his teammate of Enable get back in there just to increase their lead. Obviously, we are in that second set of rotations right now, so they're going to head towards Statue to try and get this next hard point down on lock.
Yeah, and right now you see Prophecy for the second time has been able to lock down this hill, or at the start of it they have at least, but FaZe Red coming out very hot, and they put 3 players in the hill, but kills are going to be going down. Classic able to pick up Slash right there, and Embo's taking out Enable. Kills being traded everywhere, but again, Prophecy on this hill, it's so important. Last time they picked up nearly 40 seconds on it. Looks like they're looking to do the exact same thing again, and if they're able to do that, they're going to be right back in this game.
Big shots just coming out there. You know, the team of Prophecy did get a nice little push in there and a nice little setup happening for them. Couldn't really control it and keep it down. Embo's trying to stay alive here, though. Does manage to do so. One more player from that FaZe Red team still manages to stay alive and challenging here. Then Parasite and Ricky there for a moment. Parasite comes out on top with the trade-off, helping with Enable there too. So 145 to 115, that scoreline to plus 13 and counting lead here for the FaZe Red squad. With 3 minutes left on the clock right now, Chance, you know, still overall, it is starting to look like FaZe Red in the slaying department, pushing away a little bit.
Yeah, FaZe Red really putting the pressure on, especially in that hill. Prophecy's going to pick up a little bit of scrap time off it, but FaZe Red is happy to give that up as they already have control of the next hill and are continuously extending that lead. You see now about 40 points. Ricky is also going to be going down a hill. Kills getting traded left and right, but that's going to be now 2 down for FaZe Red. So Prophecy trying to work their way back in this, but this hill is just so contest heavy. You got to wonder if they're going to be able to do it, but if they continue just, you know, chipping away, there's 3 more hills, including this one. So just chip away here, chip away there, and they're going to be able to make this comeback.
So they're on board now with Classic inside the current hard point hill. He's going to try and clear it with the rest of his teammates there. Ricky too. Aches has managed to sneak on in though. Try and cause a bit of an upset. He does get taken down by Classic afterwards. He's picked up Ricky beforehand. Classic now just slipping around in here. Embo's there with him. Both these guys trying to control it and regain that lead they had for the most part of this. But the hard point, you know, it wasn't until about the cafe side of things that FaZe Red started to bring it back more likely than not. And up on the top of that hotel right now. So Embo's here on our screens, getting this last little point of scrap time while the rest of the players tend to start that rotation and try and get a good setup on this next one.
Yeah, in that exact same hill, Embo's right there was in it and got a not a 3-piece, excuse me, but went on a 3-streak exactly like Mochella did the past time, and that's going to allow Prophecy, now that they have control of this next hill as well, to make this a game. It is now 162 to 162. We have a tied game with 1 minute and 36 seconds left. Prophecy able to work their way back.
Big shots going in for his way. It's a tie game with 1 minute 30 on the clock. Like you said, a total of 90 points can be had in regards to hard point time. If they can get it all, they'll be trying to close this one out in that regards, but it's going to come right down to the wire if that is the case. Parasite, though, cleaning house in regards to the cafe. All those guys don't have any money left if they want to try and make a purchase. Parasite then, as well as Slash, realistically just taking over this side of things to this hard point and pushing away with this scoreline 179 to 163.
You know, obviously every single gunfight is important, but the fact that Parasite was able to get 6 right there while he was in the hill, that's absolutely incredible, and that's exactly what you need. Those are the important gunfights when you're in the hill. But now the next rotation is going to be coming in. 50 seconds left. This is your final hill. FaZe Red is going to be up by about 28 points, and they have control of it. Prophecy going to need to break this in the next 10 seconds and control it for the rest of the time. FaZe Red just needs to hold this for a little bit longer, and they're going to be able to get the win, and that is going to solidify FaZe Red taking game 1.
Just looking at Parasite and Enable there, it's currently a race first to 40 kills, it would seem. Parasite now on 39, can't get the 40 to close it off just there. Still has 30 seconds left, as does Enable here to try and finish that one off. But Enable's going to push that hill, regain control of it. There's a 2-piece for him. It's Ty who's going to get the 40 first, it would seem. As these guys already know, they've already got the hard point down unlocked. Parasite will get 1, he'll get 2. There's a 3rd lining up for him, can't finish him off. Ricky will get that kill, but like you said, you know, it was around about 30-second mark that these guys knew it was going to be out and done, but still, it's what you want to see from both these teams. Fighting alive, keeping it every which way, really giving it to both these players at the same time. All these guys get set up and ready for that next one, but a big start, 209 in FaZe Red's favour there. Crowd behind us enjoying that one, and FaZe obviously pretty happy with their performance.
Yeah, you know, it was a pretty competitive game mostly all the way through until that final hill, and really the story of that game was just the slaying from FaZe Black. You see every single player on their team ended up going positive, and Parasite on that bottom bar hill, he ended up having like a 7 kill streak while he was in the hill. You know, absolutely incredible stuff, and really the slaying power out of FaZe was just too much for Prophecy to handle that match.
So that is game 1 between these two teams done and dusted. Game 2 will be S&D on Biolab. Do not go anywhere. We'll go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, it will be that one up next.